Join me and Cobain as we do some survival gardening out here in the tropics. So, survival gardening in the tropics. Everyone's looking to do a little bit of gardening, grow a little bit of food at home, and you can't blame them. So I'm just going to show you what I'm kind of growing to give you some inspiration of what can be grown and where, and if that applies to your area, then that's all good. So we're out in the tropics, we're out in southeast Thailand, not far from the Cambodian border, about 300 kilometers from Bangkok. So we're in a province called Trat. I'm just going to get my big bad dog out of this bed. Just going to stop the video to get her out before she breaks everything. Okay, so I've got the dog out of the bed, sorry about that. So we're in the tropics, we're in Trat, and if you see an old video of ours on YouTube, I think it's called The Idiot's Guide to Cutting a Papaya. This is a big old papaya tree, and that was, I don't know, 20 feet high. So I cut it down here. I had to put a bag on it, I'll just show you. I could probably take it off now. I put it back on there, as you can see, so the water didn't get in there because these trees aren't solid. It's got a nest in there now, but that's okay. So by cutting it off, it produced three branches I can see. Yeah, 3 main branches. And each branch is now full of fruit. So now we have 3 times as much fruit on the tree, and it's a lot more accessible than it was before. And this is a Holland variety. Even though it doesn't look it now, it's kind of changed shape, but it used to be big and round. But it's my favourite papaya tree that we have. It produces excellent fruit consistently. Next to it I've got a cacao tree. So that's getting on to be probably about a year old. It's taking really well there. So I actually plant things really close together. A lot of people are saying that, you know, I plant things too close together. So let's get my dog off this bed, because she's liking these cold, wet beds. She gets so hot out here. Come on, dog. Come on, mate. Let's go. So, but I just use the permaculture principles to grow things. No. Come on, girl. Okay, so that's our little kitchen garden. I'm going to get that finished again this weekend. But next to it we've got a lime tree. There's lots of limes all over this tree. I mean, it's just full of limes, which is fantastic. Bananas, praying hand bananas. We've got some pineapple here or something. Pineapple there. Pineapple here. Literally, this pineapple's just, they don't need, actually, I didn't even plant it. I just threw it in the ground to come back to and plant it another day, and never got around to it. And they generally kind of feed off the air, but I've got a fruit on it already, which is fantastic. So that's about it down this side. We've got some more young cacao here. Some moringa. That's moringa tree growing here. Looking good. So that's just literally everything's thrown in together. And I haven't done a lot in the garden lately because it's just so hot. We've been cutting back some bamboo and using some of this bamboo. It comes in useful. More cacao. Some torch ginger here. More bananas. Bananas everywhere. More bananas. A small bunch growing up there. A small flower. And as we come through here, we have a starfruit tree. Lots of starfruit. Starfruit everywhere. we've got an abundance of starfruit. I think we've got 4 starfruit trees, and they just pop out starfruit all the time. And then we've got more lime, manao they call them in Thai, manao, which we call lime, they call lemon. And then we have our cherry tree. This needs cutting back big time. I need to get some time in this garden. But this just constantly flowers and produces fruit. I get a handful of these kind of cherries every day. They get a little bit bigger than that, and obviously go red. Very tasty. I usually pick them in the next day. And I pick them kind of when they're just about to go red, otherwise the birds come here and get them. And I leave them at the top of the tree, leave them for the birds, and we get the rest. We get a handful every day, and that's more than enough for us. So that's good. We've got another starfruit tree out here. More starfruit there, as you can see. I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes today. It's the start of the rainy season now, so starfruit here. I got another starfruit tree just at the beginning of just stepping into the food forest, and this starfruit tree is our most prolific tree. I mean, it's just insane. Starfruit hanging everywhere on this tree. Hello guys, the dogs. That's a starfruit. And then the other thing that we've got in here first time this year is our pomelo tree. It's Kater's favourite fruit, so I planted it quite close to the house at the beginning of the food forest. So we've got some beautiful pomelo coming on here. It's got loads on this tree. So it's the first time fruiting. Planted it about 2.5–3 years ago. It's growing really well. It's just covered in fruit. So hopefully they'll stay. And all this wild bit here is our raspberry bush. I can't see any raspberries on it at the moment, but I did see some on the other side. It's growing everywhere, but it's the nature of that beast. So, let me step outside and I'll take you down to our raised beds. Oh, it's a raspberry. I'm going to step on the other side and go down to our raised beds, where I don't actually do a great deal, but my father-in-law does. Proper in-law. And see what we're doing there. We've got raised beds because this is where we can grow a lot of fruit. So here's some of our raspberries or blackberries. Can't remember which way they were. Anyway, just pulled a nice pineapple off one of the plants as I came around. I just spotted it around the side of the building, so I'm just about to step outside. But there's a nice pineapple. Have that tomorrow for breakfast. Right, just near our gate, we planted a tree. I found this tree in some nursery somewhere. Never seen it before. Fell in love with the leaves. They're really beautiful. So I've had it for 3 years. And last night, the first ever flower popped up on it. So check that out. It's very beautiful. No idea what it is. Never seen one since. Never seen one before or since. So there we go. It's one of the nice things about living in the tropics and in a farming community. I found out lots of different things you can actually eat. Never thought of it before, but this is our Lotus Pond, a sacred lotus flower pond. And if you can see in the water these big black heads everywhere, they are the lotus flowers, and within those there's seed pods, and the seeds are edible. So not only do you get a beautiful pond with big pink, like this variety is a pink flower, so we get some beautiful big pink flowers, but you can also eat the seeds, so that's good. So we're just en route to the raised beds, and we have a little bunny rabbit here. Hello, Mr. Rabbit. So we have this rabbit here. So he eats lots of greens. And we cut the grass. very easy to keep, and poops a lot. So he's a happy chappy. He poops a lot, and that goes straight onto these raised beds, which we've got 3 of. So I did a video when I first made these, and we got 3 of them. They're about 4 foot wide and 11 meters long, if I recall. But I did a video how I made these. So basically, I just got some sheet metal, had it cut where I bought it, had some rebar, and didn't take long to build those. And we've just been building up soil within them since then. So they've been there for maybe a year or 2, interplanted with lots of trees, lots of other things. So I'll just take you quickly around what we have here. So we've got a small mango tree. There's some pandan grass here. It's used a lot in Thai cooking. I think this is dill, if I remember right. Dill, fennel. I get my herbs mixed up. I get most of my plants mixed up. So we've got some perennial spinach here, and a little weed. So we can go in there. We have, what are these? Aubergines. So we've got aubergines. Now, aubergines, they come in the round aubergines, and then the long aubergine, either green or purple. And I found the round ones always got worms in them for some reason, but the longer ones, they were sort of resistant to the pests and stuff. So we just grow the long ones, and they're fine. Got a chocolate tree in there, so that'll grow up and outpace these. We've got I'm stood next to, and there's another one right in front of me, which is a male papaya tree. So this has some really nice flowers on it, get some beneficial insects, but it'll never actually produce any fruit. Same as this one here. So we could actually chop one of those down, and sometimes they go into shock and actually change sex, which is quite bizarre but interesting. Then we've got some I think this is Pak One. Pak One is a plant I've never seen before, never come across before. It's quite priced. This half the size of this would probably go in a nursery for 250 baht. I've seen people paying for them. So we've got a lot of that. And we had some at the farm, so we just brought it over here and planted it everywhere. There's a small lemon or lime tree there. Can't see any fruit on it. We've got some more aubergine, another chocolate plant, some kapow there. Lots of kapow here. Lots and lots of kapow. More Pak One. Another papaya tree. I took one off there yesterday for breakfast, a nice big one. More cacao, more Pak One, and a moringa, which is growing on weirdly. And then we have more lime trees. Lime's used a lot in Thai cooking, so we have a lot of limes. That, to me, this tree here looks like a very skinny jackfruit tree. Maybe that's a jackfruit. I don't know, but it's a very small one. We got some huge jackfruits which I actually grew from seed. Produce amazing fruit. Mango. More mango. Tomato. So we've got tomato just in a pot there. It's going up, no fruit, but it's just starting to flower. Just see at the top. Where are we? Just go a little bit further down. See tomato. So we've got a whole wall, and this is the raised bed of Pak One. Got some little flowers. I've got some other property near a coast as well. They had some of these on it, so I took them out and put them in here and a few places. So it's good having 2 or 3 properties, because I can save money on buying plants. So this is a mulberry tree. It's got lots of nice mulberries on here. You can see, let's just get one up here. Nice big mulberries. Where are we? Nice big mulberries. So lovely. some more spinach, and you see the grass we got down here as well. It's all from the chicken, not from the chicken, the hairy chicken, the rabbit. So it acts as a mulch and also as a fertilizer. So that's great. That is another cherry tree, different variety to what I showed you earlier on. Now we've got some more pack one here. These have some berries on as well sometimes, it's pack one, because you see, you just cut it down at the top and then it just starts growing again. Great plant. And we've got some beans. Beans are a staple, good for fibre, good protein, and actually put nitrogen back into the ground as well. So that's all good. Lots of pack one. These are just flowering up, so let me just show you the flowers. A beautiful little flower. I don't know if that's in focus, hopefully. And then they have, they develop into little pods as well. So a whole wall of pack one. Okay, got a little trench there. Sometimes Papa Outlaw grows some rice in the rainy season, so we've got some stuff going here actually. So we've got some rice and things like in there, which is obviously not a lot of rice, but it's extra food for the chickens. And we've got 2 flocks of chickens, one here and one at the farm. There we go, got some rice there starting up nicely. So the chickens, and we've got like some morning glory here in the pond. So the morning glory, the fish love it, we eat it too. So again, just feeding the fish, feeding us, and then we can eat the fish too. And they are some more spinach there. Just leave it in the water till we get around to planting it. There's some of the fish, they're a bit shy, these fish. But we grow them here first, and then we take them to the pond at the farm, where they go to a nice size to eat. So that's good for protein. You see, like just here we have some morning glory growing out of just as pots down here, and also these water cabbages as well. They're not edible or anything, but they grow prolifically. So I use them for cleaning the water for the fish and things. I don't put them in the big ponds because they just take over the pond, but they're good for just growing like this and then mulching. And if they're in the fish ponds, in the small fish ponds, it's obviously full of really good nutrients and things like that, and then we just throw them into the ground for as a feed for the ground and as a mulch. So we've got more, I think this is, oh God, what's this called? I can't remember. They have these little boots on there you can eat. I can't remember what it's called, top of my head now. More papaya, pandan grass. Some chilies, of course. You've got to have chilies in a Thai garden. Some ginger. More pakwan. More beans. Some mint. Suspended. So you can get creative in the garden, see how it grows for you. Different kinds of mint. I think that's a nice mint. Yeah, that's a nice mint. That would go lovely in a mojito. You have spearmint and different things. What else we got? Oh, starfruit. There's a little tree pumping out loads of starfruit. Some of these won't pick him. Got so many. These are ready as well. Still one up there. Where are we? So, starfruit. That's quite a small one. That's all good. Some more here. Actually, some really ripe ones on this tree. The trouble is, yeah, they're good to go. Anyway, tomorrow I'm off to Ko Chang, taking some fruit to some friends, and we took some sales. So I'm going to throw a few extra fruit in for a few friends. What have we got growing here? Water plants, all kinds of things. Bromeliads. Mainly at the moment, just trying to grow food because the current situation, what's going on. So it's good to be food sufficient. What we have in there. And coconuts, let's grow them in. So, let me spin the camera around. So that's pretty much our little garden here around the house, and I'm going to head off to the farm now, and I'll show you what we're doing there as well. So it just gives you an idea of what you can grow and what you can't grow. I'm just going to spin around as well so you can show you these beautiful leaves. Here, these are cinnamon. So we've got a bunch of cinnamon trees here. In fact, I'm just going to turn the camera around again and show you these because it's very beautiful. So we was in Sri Lanka and we saw a lot of people growing cinnamon on cinnamon farms. No one really grows it in Thailand. So we thought we'd get a few trees and see how it grows. And I've got 3-4 trees here, and they just grow like so well here. So I don't know why farmers aren't growing cinnamon here. I don't think they're growing in Cambodia, but the main cinnamon what everybody wants is from Sri Lanka. But there's no reason why you can't grow it here in Thailand. It looks beautiful, it grows really nice. We've not tried harvesting it yet. You have to cut the stems off and get your cinnamon sticks basically. It's from the bark. But as these new leaves are shooting through, look fantastic. So again, this is a really nice crop that could be grown in a lot of places. Everyone at the moment, every farmer is just growing durian. But since the supply chains are broken and everything else, nothing's being sold this year, unfortunately. It's places we went to last year to sell durian, size of football fields, these hangers with trucks, and you had to queue for ages, and everything was carted straight off to China. Nothing's moving this year. Everything's literally stationary. I just had a lizard just jump off the tree onto the floor. So nothing's getting moved. So a lot of crops are just staying where they are on the trees and just rotting. And then on Koh Chang, there's people literally starving. The construction workers and hotel workers have lost their jobs, queuing up for food every day. It doesn't make any sense. The world's gone absolutely mad, and that's where we find ourselves. So who knows what's going to happen in the future. So if you've got the opportunity to grow your own food, whatever that may be, it's going to put you in a little bit better position than if you don't. So highly recommend it that you do. And you don't need a lot of space. We've got a lot of space here, but you don't need it. Anyway, I'm going to go to the farm. I'll see you there. So here we are. Just like Mr. Bean, Mr. Ben, not Mr. Bean, Mr. Ben. Remember Mr. Ben? Well, just like Mr. Ben, I've arrived at a new destination and I'm wearing a new hat, or a new old hat. Anyway, I'm at the farm, and just going to take you around our little sort of kitchen garden here. What we've got growing here, the edibles we've got growing within everything else. So I'm going to switch the camera around and show you what's growing on. So, I've got a little ornamental garden down here, which has been kind of recently planted. But within that, I've got some edibles. So here we've got a mulberry tree, which is a very long. The mulberries are kind of this long rather than this long. There's a mulberry tree right next to me. You can see the fruit on it. See the fruit, and they're all quite small. That's a kind of standard mulberry tree. So we've got quite a few of those on the side of the property, but this one's actually a very long one. Next to that we have a new moringa put in there a couple of weeks back. That seems to be taking nicely. Some ongs, got a ornamental banana. Don't think that actually produces any fruit, might be wrong. Some aloe vera next to that, and some more there. That's just at the bottom of the ong. And then here we've got a lime tree. We've got some squash, or pumpkins we call it, pumpkin there. Got a nice cacao tree growing there. Here we've got another cherry tree. This is a cutting took from the cherry tree from outside our house. I showed you earlier on in this video, and I recently planted some more pumpkin in there. So we have lots of pumpkin, but they store very nicely. Yeah, more pumpkin. And this little tree here is a pomegranate tree. It's going nicely. Then we have 3 pineapple plants there, and then in the plant is in there somewhere. Oh, there it is. This here is passion fruit. So it's passion fruit. Behind it, this tree, it was already there. I've actually cut them down several times. Hard to get rid of, extremely fast growers, but that I believe is cassava, so you can dig the root up and eat the roots. Good carbohydrate. What else have we've got? We've got some more pumpkin here. Just growing very nicely. Another mulberry, long mulberry. Let's come from this side. It's got another long mulberry tree growing there. Behind it is the pumpkin all around there. That's another citrus tree, small citrus planted. And then we have another cacao tree with more pumpkin, and loads more pumpkin here. So basically pumpkin's going to come down off these raised beds and give some ground cover. That's the idea with those as well. I've got a praying hand banana there that I planted, and behind there this needs a good chop and drop, but we've got a small cacao there. We've got a mac palm there, another pumpkin there, and these are canna. Can't eat them, but flowers are really good. What's going on there? Lots of bananas behind the cassava, small cassava there. As I said, I dug that out many times. It keeps coming back. I only have to leave a little bit, and it all comes back. More pumpkin. Another pumpkin growing there quite nicely. That's underneath the cacao. And then along here we've got a chrysanthemum. So use that for teas in the main. That needs a bit of a tidy up. It's going to be wild. Got some coffee there. Small coffee plants. Going well. More cacao. Pandan grass. And some perennial peanut. Then we've got some chili. Some little chilies. More perennial peanut. Devil's trumpets. Quite a nice flower. Didn't know what they were, I just saw them when I bought it. And then someone on Instagram told me it's a devil's trumpet. So they have these big balls. These big balls here, huh? There. All the seeds are in there. And then you get the flowers. That's quite a nice plant. Got another nice big leaf here. Another long mulberry. Loads of perennial spinach behind it in a pot. Got some peppercorns here. Not doing too good there. Another one there. More peppercorn. Not really doing really good. Got some Vietnamese greens here. See how they get on. So we'll start right down in up there. I need to really add some more. And then just a few things in the pots here. We've got a small cacao in the middle, and then in the pots we've got a chili, kapow, mainly kapow. Some creeping irises behind it, behind the pots. We've got papaya. So these are papayas that just grown. I just thrown the seeds down, and they've all grown up here. That's great. Let's tidy that up. Get rid of that, and get rid of that. Just down there on that border, we've got some lemongrass. These are grass irises, I believe. Quite a beautiful flower. Can't eat them, but we have some edible flowers down here. Let's go around here. So I'm just walking around the side of the house basically. So we've got some more bananas here. That's a praying hand bananas I planted. There's the bananas already here. Lots of bananas. More cacao. More coffee. These are a really nice flower. I believe they're part of the pansy group, and they're like butterflies. But these are edible as well. These leaves. Not that I've eaten them. I just bought them because I like the look of them. And I split those up, and might just grow some more over here. And we've got some mint going on there. Got a little bedraggled cacao. It's a pot. And there's a lotus. That's not a lotus flower. That's just a, I don't know what that is, but it looks cool. I think that's all the edibles we have around here, really. More mulberry. Some mulberries are already here, actually. So, lots of mulberries. Behind it's a big God, it's so hot, my brain's gone to mush. Mango tree. That's a mango tree. Oh, bees. Our bees are going crazy. I don't know if you can pick that up. So this whole wall is just full of these stingless bees. And I've got a bunch in this box as well, which I was going to move, but I haven't got around to moving it yet. But I will one of these days. And then we're just growing some aquaponics too. I've got some just started. Don't look too great. We moved it a couple of times. Can't find the right place for this aquaponic system. This area here is actually going to be turning into a nursery. So we're going to actually construct a little nursery in here, take a couple of those trees out, cut them back, and then make a nursery. And the nursery is just going to be for edible plants. So in the next month or two, if you want some edible plants, kind of like you've seen in this video, for your garden, for your kitchen garden, your survival garden, then you can give us a shout, drop us a message on YouTube or Instagram or LinkedIn or wherever it is, and Facebook, and we'll send you some plants. So that's the next little construction job here. Not going to be too major. That's about it. So brings us to the end of this video. We've got lots of work to do. I've got to clean the chickens out now and pick some fruit. We've got rambutan and longan and mangosteen to pick, and I'm actually just going to check on the last of our durian. I can see them now. flip the camera around so you can too. There they are, our last 3 durian. Lovely. So that's what we're going to do for the rest of the day. Got to start getting my hands dirty now and pick some of these fruit. And so we've got quite a lot to do. And then tomorrow, which will be Sunday, off to Ko Chang, and we've got some orders in already, and then we're going to drop some off at some friends as well, and then we've got some to mail out. So it's better to do that at the moment than actually trying to sell them overseas, because as I say, the supply lines are broken, nothing's moving, so we're doing what we can within the country to sell some fruit, because it's a crime to grow fruit or any crop and it's just letting it rot on the trees and fall to the ground. Chickens get the benefit, but when there's people not far away actually starving and haven't got nothing to eat and actually queuing up for food, it's a crime. So if we can get some to them as well, that's what we'll do. That's where we are. We're living in a mad world. So it's imperative that everyone else starts growing something. You don't need a lot of space like we've got, and we haven't got that much space really, but if you've only got like a balcony, you can grow some microgreens. You can grow those indoors, but grow something. Every little helps. You need some healthy, nutritious food. The stuff that you get and the stuff that's processed is not doing you much good, and you need to be healthy and keep your immune system up and enjoy life. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. I'm getting attacked by some mosquitoes. So with that, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next video. If you can like and subscribe, that'd be fantastic. But if you don't, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Like and subscribe. Do what you want to do. I'm not going to tell you to do anything. You can plant a garden, you can not plant a garden, and you can like and subscribe if you wish, and leave me a comment. That'd be cool. And we'll see you on the next video. Take it easy. Have a great day. Take care.